Hey everybody, this is Peter B. Out on the deck again. Lovely Monday. Hot, not real hot, but kind of hot. And a little bit humid afternoon in New England. And I just got a card in and I want to show you the card and talk about the player. This is a 1922 Neilson's chocolate card. And the player is George Specs Toporcer. And it's a Type 1. Issued in Canada, they are basically a spin-off of the E120 American Caramel set. Type 1 has a large print of Neilson's, and I'll show you the back. It's the back of a Type 1. And Type 2 are smaller. And the cards were issued with a chocolate bar called Big League Bars. So the Type 1 has, you can see the larger font of Neilson's and Big League, and what it said, bar, and Neilson's chocolate bars. The Type 2 would have all this print, and the Neilson's would probably be about that big. Not the big, huge Neilson fonts as a Type 1. Type 1 looks better. I don't know which is rarer, if there even is. So let's talk a little bit about Specs Toporcer. Born February 9th, 1899, George learned how to play ball on the New York City sandlots with his two older brothers. When he tried out for the school team, he wasn't picked because he was rail thin and wore very thick glasses. And that was how he got his nickname, Specs, that would last a lifetime. This snub upset him, and he vowed to practice hard on the sandlots and make a name of himself. Well, this practice sure worked, because in a few years, he was picked to be on a semi-pro team. The manager of the St. Louis Cardinals AA team in Syracuse saw him play semi-pro ball and signed him to a contract. On April 13th, 1926, he made his major league debut for the Cardinals, thus becoming the first non-pitcher to wear glasses. And if you look close in the card, I'll try to focus it in for you. He is wearing glasses. You don't know if you guys can see it or not, but he is wearing glasses on the card. So he was the first non-pitcher to wear glasses in games, major league games. Although he was a second baseman, the Cardinals already had a second baseman named Roger Arnsby. So Specs became a super utility player, playing every position except pitcher and catcher. Toporcer had an 8-year career with the Cardinals, getting 1,566 at-bats with a .279 average. So he was an average player, and being a utility player, it's probably a little bit above average, because they get not as much playing time as the big guys to get into any kind of rhythm. No longer in the bigs, he played in the minors for a while and was the International League's MVP in 1929 and 1930. He became managers for a few major league teams until 1940. Staying in baseball, he became a scout and then a farm director for the Red Sox until 1951. This is when he lost his eyesight. He jokingly said after leaving the game because of blindness, "I can now serve as a Major League Baseball umpire." Specs then became a motivational speaker for blindness and dictated to his wife writing his autobiography called From the Backlots to the Big Leagues. On August 9th, 1953, ABC TV did a broadcast about his story and called it Comeback Story: Toporcer's Courageous Battle Against Blindness. So he did, after becoming blind and no longer could be associated with baseball, he then was a motivational speaker for blindness, and he also, during his speeches, talked about baseball a lot. He truly loved baseball. So here he is, the first non-pitcher to wear glasses. Come on, come in. I don't know if that's in focus. I don't think so. George Specs Toporcer. And you can see his position on the card is utility. St. Louis Nationals. Now on the U.S. Cardinals, I believe you turn it over and they'll have the team roster. So you'd find him as a utility player. So that's it. I hope you liked the card, and I hope you learned a little bit about the history of George Specs Toporcer. Thank you.